in Scotland. Brilliant! Come and join me on my West Highland Way adventure. 7 incredible days in Scotland amongst fantastic scenery and beautiful weather. Not like a Batman cape. Going to Scotland in April. Have that. I can't fix global warming on my own. Haggis is that way. Sodom. I spy with my little eye. I want to travel later. And this time for fun. Alright, come on. Iron brew used to be made for girders. These are the famous 6 pipes of Loch Lomond. Just for... Oops. Did you want to know that? Probably not. Right, here I am in Milngavie, not Milngavie. Off we go, 96 miles. Let's see how we get on. Apparently each one of these wooden posts represents a mile on the path, so there should be 96 of them in total. Right, let's get out of Milngavie. Weather's fantastic, not a cloud in the sky. I believe it's what they call tapsoof in Scotland, which means take your top off. I'm really pleasantly surprised with this. I would have thought that walking out of Milngavie would have been a bit of a walking through a bit of an urban area, but I'm a mile in. We're already into woods and a bit of moorland to our right. It's beautiful. Spring is springing. Can't believe I've got 7 days of this kind of weather. So the West Highland Way then, 96 miles from Milngavie on the edge of Glasgow, up the side of Loch Lomond, up past Bridge of Orkney, across Glencoe and up the Devil's Staircase, down to Loch Lomond and then onwards and finishes in Fort William. Today's day 1. I've got a 7-day itinerary. I wanted to relax and enjoy it and not put myself under any pressures to do too many miles. So today is Milngavie to Drimmen, about 11 miles, camping in Drimmen campsite. So we're 3 miles out of Milngavie now, at Cashell Loch. It's beautiful. And everything's starting to open up, and ahead, I believe, if I spin you around and have a look, is Lord's Seat in the distance. It's incredible around here. Camera's just not doing it justice. Here burned the Cashell fire during the Depression of the 1930s. It was a beacon of companionship and hope for young and unemployed people who came from Glasgow and Clydebank seeking adventure in Scotland's wild places. Their pioneering spirit helped to make the Scottish countryside free for all to roam. Isn't that fantastic? Hi. Milngavie 4, Fort William 92 to go. So after 4 miles, turn left and there's a little bit of a road section to walk along. It's really quiet, so feels fairly safe. Quite enjoying this shade. Can't believe how warm it is. The weather is amazing. And there's a little bit of a breeze though to kind of keep you cool, which is lovely. And it's supposed to get hotter as the week goes on. Plenty of excuse to have a pint of Tennent's or two. Mentioned having a pint of Tennent's a moment ago. Not tonight at the Drummond campsite. No alcohol allowed. 11 miles today. And this pack that I've got is an Osprey Ruck 65 litre pack. The quality of it is fantastic, as you would expect from Osprey. I'm not sponsored, by the way. The two things that are niggling me at the moment. One is that it seems to be squeaking with every step I take, which will either stop or drive me insane by the end of the week. And the other is that these pockets on the side, when you open them, it's quite hard to zip them back up. So that's a bit annoying. Other than that, it's fantastic. But it does weigh this. It's the weight of a small detached house at the moment. Feels like it. Like the little house on the prairie. Very strange. Past 12, just over halfway for the day, which is not too bad, is it? Since it's off till 10 o'clock. This bit's fairly quiet. I think most people have passed me, to be honest. Just keep stopping and filming, which is quite nice. Nice to have a pass to yourself for a bit. Looking forward to the first honesty box of the day. Plenty of change in my pocket. Quite fancy some iron brew and some goodies, depending on what they have. Hi. Me, myself and I on the West Highland Way. I'm just about to pass the Drumgoyne distillery now, which is to my right, about 200 metres away. Could go get myself a little wee dram. I can't be arsed, so I'll keep going. Beech tree, muddy boots welcome. Walking pit stop on the West Highland Way. So that calipo that I had was fantastic, just what I needed. I'm looking forward to cake and an iron brew at this honesty box in a mile or so, which gets me thinking about food, Scottish food, tatty scones, lawn sausage, haggis is the law to eat, of course, iron brew made from girders, tunnocks, tea cakes, caramel logs and wafers, delicious. Cranachan, Cullen skink, Clooty pudding, Dundee cake, marmalade. The list goes on. What's in here? Let's have a look. Tray bakes, biltong. Oh no, I don't fancy anything. Oh well, never mind. Well, that was a bit disappointing. I was really looking forward to some kind of home-baked goods. Maybe a can of iron brew. It all seemed a bit expensive and mass-produced. Never mind. I think it's only about 4 miles or so now to the campsite. So that'll be about 11 miles done for the day. Which is not bad for the first day, really. Especially carrying this bloody house. It's been a great first day. It'd be nice to put the tent up and relax for a bit. And then the scenery's just going to get better and better and better. Good job I'm short, isn't it? You're going to Scotland in April, they said. It'll be windy, they said. It'll be dreek, it'll be raining, they said. And look what happens. Sunshine, not a cloud in the sky. Actually, nobody said that to me at all. I'm making it all up for dramatic effect. But it's beautiful, isn't it? Onwards, Julian, onwards. Now, I don't know whether that comes out on the camera or not, but that field's grass is got some amazing stripes on it over the hills. Looks better than my lawn. Now we're a bit closer, can you see the stripes in the grass? It's fantastic. And just to let you know, squeak in my pack seems to have reduced a bit. Pull the two straps at the top a bit tighter. So it's making a noise, just not as much as it was before. And there's only about 2 miles to go to the campsite, I think. Nice easy first day's walk. Oh no, we have a temporary closure. Disaster. So after the unexpected closure of that honesty box, that means that my entire trail food today, in just over 10 miles, has consisted of a calipo. I don't mind telling you, I'm a bit hungry. Could murder a can of iron brew. Ooh, it's warm. This Scottish bloke has just walked past me wearing a felt hat with feathers in it, a cape, not like a Batman cape, but like a traditional cape, and a kilt. And I've got sweaty underwear. But I bet he doesn't have that problem with a kilt, does he? Although I think I'd still have sweat in places you wouldn't want to know about. Did you want to know that? Probably not. And look at the baking shed. This looks promising. What have they got in here? Biscoff Blondie's gone. Scottish tablet, excellent. £2. Scottish tablet has to be £2. Shall have that later. Pudding, excellent. At last, Scottish tablet. And now to find Drimmen camping. Not too far. So that's day one's walking done. 11.26 miles in 4.5 hours, which is not too bad. Didn't really stop. I'm here now, Drimmen camping. It's not bad actually. Places to plug in and charge your batteries and your phone. There's toilets. There's this bit of a barn here, which you can sit in if the weather's not too great, or if you just want a bit of shade like I do today. And now I'm going to drink my second can of iron brew. Chin chin. Well, that's day one done. 11 and a bit miles. The sun is about to go down. Well, maybe in half an hour. It's dropping a bit cold outside. So I thought I'd come and sit in the tent. I would show you the get up, but I've been a bit of a muppet and put the tent on a slight slope. Originally with my head lower down, which is not going to work, so I've had to turn everything round, which means that the head end, there's not an awful lot of headroom. I'll show you the setup tomorrow. So I'm just going to eat this Scottish tablet, call it a draw, get into bed, and I'll see you on day two tomorrow. Good morning. Day two on the trail. So it's 7:57 in the morning. I've just left Drimmen campsite. Tell you, it's the first time I've had a frost on a tent for a few years. It's another glorious day. The weather's going to be Scotcho. And today I'm doing about 12 or 13 miles. I'm not actually quite sure. Off to Cashell campsite. And before that we've got Conic Hill and Balmaha. It's going to be quite nice because today we hit the side of Loch Lomond and walk on there for a bit. Anyway, I'll bring you back in a few minutes and tell you about how well I slept, or didn't, last night. So if you want to get a good night's sleep, top tip number one when camping on the West Highland Way is to bring some earplugs. Stupidly I forgot mine, left them at home, and I spent most of the night awake listening to the person in the tent next to me snoring their little head off. So it's either buying some earplugs today or a shotgun. I think the earplugs are better. Stop me from spending 10 years in prison, but definitely bring some earplugs. Other than that, it was a good night. Reliably informed it got to about -1 last night, so there was ice on the outside of the tent, but the Ascent 700 sleeping bag kept me lovely and warm. Its comfort rating is down to about -8, so that was okay. So well signposted is this route, you really can't get lost. Rush hour in Drimmen. I know it's only 8:20, but the shade is quite nice already at this time, stopping you from getting too warm too quickly as we head on and rounding up towards Conic Hill. This is stunning. So early in the morning. Behind us, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but over that way is Lord's Seat that we walked past yesterday. The sheep are making their voices heard. Glorious. Beats work anyway, doesn't it? So staying at Drimmen camping last night was really good. a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's quite basic, but the toilets are really clean, the shower's really clean, the pitches are nice, there's a little shop on site. You can't drink beer though, but that was fine. Had a Guinness Zero with my dehydrated curry, which was really nice. Just a shame I didn't get a better night's sleep. But actually it was a really good introduction and to the West Highland Way without necessarily having to go too far in the first day. Oh, and I forgot I've got something in my pocket for that bloke that kept me awake, snoring all night. Have that. You can keep that. One more thing I forgot to mention about Drimmery camping was I bumped into a fellow YouTuber yesterday. A guy who goes by the channel Red Man Walking. He's got some really good videos on the West Highland Way. Go check out his channel. Watch them. After you've watched mine, of course. But he's a really knowledgeable guy. He's currently doing a series of videos about the West Highland Way by using the baggage transfer service. So if you fancy doing it but you don't really want to carry the weight of a small car on your back, that's one option that you can look at. Because if you can, you really should get on this walk. And I know it's only day 2 and I know that it's going to get better, but my God, what a place. I'm loving it. And I can't wait to get down to the side of Loch Lomond as well for a bit. Morning. 10 to 9 on a Monday. Check out this bit of forest. Looks as though it's been decimated by that storm, Eowyn or whatever it was called, that we had. What it does do though, it gives you one of the first glimpses of Loch Lomond, which is just in front of us. That way in fact. It looks amazing. I'll spin you around and see if you can see it. So there we have Conic Hill in front of us. Today's lump on the walk at 358 metres, and then behind and to the left of it is Loch Lomond. It looks like the loch's actually split in two, but it's just a series of islands with gaps in between. But from this angle it looks very strange. And now it's all up, up, up. God, that was warm. Look at that behind me, it's amazing. Right, I'm going to spin you around and show you the steps up to the top of Conic Hill and then the view when we get to the top. Trust me, you're going to love it. So in front of us there's Lord's Seat that we walked around yesterday and all the way across. And I'll just spin you around, show you Loch Lomond. As you can see, it's a bit busy up here, but it's hardly surprising, the views are amazing. But what I'm going to do is drop down and go across that hill there for a bit of a quieter view. So let's see what the view is like from this second little peak just on. It looks a bit quieter as well, But I think the views are going to be amazing. Oh, there's another bit to go on. Well, looks like I'll have to go to that one, won't I? Alright, I'll spin you around, show you this view. Needing this boost. Wow, that is one hell of a steep descent off Conic Hill down towards Balmaha. Let's get my legs going. I'm sweating like mad as well. Now for food.
Good effort, enjoy that food.
Cheers.
That's fine, okay.
Right, go. Oh.
So I made it to Balmaha. That was a really steep path down from Conic Hill. And I've gone to the shop, got myself a full fat Coke. I feel like I deserve it. A Conic 4 lager for tonight at the campsite by Loch Lomond. When I said I was getting food, I got a Kinder Bueno, which I'm going to eat. Chapstick for my lips, but better than that. Earplugs. I've got 4 pairs of them, and I might sell 3 pairs of them at the campsite, £5 each. Made. Well, so much for me eating Scottish food so far today. I've had a boost and a Kinder Bueno. It's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Well, let me show you Tom Weir. And these things are fantastic. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, eh? That was a steep little pull out of Balmaha to get up here, but the views have opened up. That's spectacular. Ben Lomond there in the distance, the Arca Alps as well. So it's about 12:30 in the afternoon now. I think I've only about 2 miles to go. I'm absolutely knackered. I don't think not sleeping last night helped, but to get there early, rest up for a bit, I'm sure I'll be absolutely fine tomorrow. But this is incredible. So loving Loch Lomond so far. We've moved away a little bit from Loch Lomond now. I'm just walking on this path next to the side of the road. Anyway, this little section is called Fact If I Know, because some of my subscribers said that they wanted some facts about this walk. So I'm going to hit you with some facts now. So Loch Lomond is the largest area of water by surface area in the United Kingdom. It's 22 miles from Glasgow. Glasgow being the most populous city in Scotland, with a population in the wider Glasgow area of about 1.8 million. And yet, you'd never really know. Whilst it was busy back there, it wasn't as busy as you'd think. And it's absolutely stunning. So they're the facts. Thank you for watching Factify Now. I can't fix global warming on my own, you know. Are you going to come and help me or what? I think we're approaching my home for the night, Cashell campsite, and it's now 1:45. And I think it's Cashell campsite because it's a campsite and I've just walked past the sign that says "Welcome to Cashell." I shall spin you round. Yep, I think that's it. Yep, this is Cashell campsite, and it's a last shop for 18 miles as well. That means it's 18 miles tomorrow to Binglass campsite. Right, get checked in and put the tent up. And by the power of magic, the tent is up. So this is a fantastic little campsite, Cashell campsite, right by the side of Loch Lomond, and I did say I would show you my setup this time. So let's go in and have a look. So this is the Terra Nova Voyager tent. It's a 2-person 4-season tent. I've got the ground sheet protector as well. And in here, as you can see, we've got sleeping setup. So we've got the Rab Ultrasphere for R4.5, so that'll keep me nice and warm. We've got the Rab Ascent 700, which is a comfort rating down to -8, and then my little Vango pillow. And hopefully tonight even, it'll be a bit better than it was last night. And I've got earplugs as well. As you can see, everything's computer. I'll put my bag in it in a minute. It's dried off nicely now because it was a bit wet this morning because there was ice on the outside of the tent. But yeah, it's looking good. So the tent is up. I've had a shower. I feel really clean and refreshed. I bought some absolute garbage to eat tomorrow because it's the last shop for 18 miles, including this pepperami cheese thing, of which I've got 2 of them, one for today and one for tomorrow. And the food that I've got tomorrow can only be described as garbage, but just lots of calories in it. So that'll get me to the next place. I'll sit here. I'm going to spin you around in a minute so you can have a look, and then at some point I'm going to go and have my tea, which is spicy pork noodles. I might have to come and put my can of beer in the lake to cool it down, so that's going to be glorious. But yeah, let me just spin you around and have a look at where we are. This is incredible. Not bad for a Monday, is it? Come to Scotland, bump into friends unexpectedly who ply you with curry and beer and beautiful views.
18 miles to walk tomorrow.
It's going to be good though.